everybody, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by to visit with us. As you can see, I've got my daughter with me today. This is unusual because she's usually never home when I go to do these videos. She's usually at work, and I got my boy. This is Coda. He wanted to come out here with us. He's very attached and thinks that he has to go wherever we go. Yes, I'm gonna let him down. He's talking now. He's not happy. But anyway, I asked her, well, I didn't really give her a choice. I told her, you're going to do a video with me? She said, no.
Forced.
And I said, yes. I just wanted y'all to see my family. And my husband, he's always working all the time. But I got her to sit with me out here on the porch for a few minutes. It's been a pretty, not an eventful week this past week. I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. Just check up, same one where I go get my pills refilled, and finishing up sale on our house in Kansas. That finalizes, I think, Tuesday, so that'll be off our plate. And update on the handicap camper. Hopefully, the plan is right now we found another one to purchase, and we're supposed to go pick it up Tuesday the 21st, I believe. They have to clean it, inspect it, do that, whatever all that stuff is that they do. And so hopefully we're going to go get it. So hopefully the plan is in next week's video, I will be able to give y'all a tour of the new Handicap Camper 2.0 is what I'm going to call it. No, I'm not going to call it that. It's still going to be the Handicap Camper, but it's just going to be the second one. But been feeling pretty good this past week. We've had some storms come through, which brought a couple of cold fronts. The barometric pressure goes down, so my joints have been aching a little bit, and I've been really tired, but I've just been sleeping in some extra, and my new goal is to learn to not be a prisoner to the clock. And she's been trying to help me with that because she's very good at it. I mean, if she's tired, if she doesn't want to feel like getting out of bed, this girl don't get up. She doesn't care what time it is, what's going on around her. She just stays in the bed.
Could be naders outside and I ain't getting out of bed.
Exactly. So she's been after me for a long time. She's like, Mom, just stay in bed. Don't get up. Take a nap. But I just have this, sorry y'all, we're outside on the porch like always, and the traffic. But I always feel like I need to get up. I always feel like the world, life is still going, and so I need to
9 to 5.
Yep, keep going. And I'll be laying there and I'll look at the clock and it'll be like 9 o'clock, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, people have already been at work for an hour, going on a break. And she tells me all the time, she's like, Mom, she's like, but they're not you. They don't have what you have. They don't feel what you feel. And so I've been trying these past couple of days. I mean, to be honest with y'all, I haven't been getting up till nearly 11 o'clock, 11:30. I wake up, but I've been laying there just letting my joints and my head, my mind, and everything just rest. And it's been really nice, but it's hard. It's very hard because I feel so guilty. I feel like I'm wasting the day, but I've been really tired here for the last couple of weeks, and it's been helping. I mean, it's honestly been helping, but she's been, trying to help me, and like I said, that's my goal, is to not be a prisoner to the clock and to let my body tell me what I need to do. Sit, stand, sleep, rest, go, not bend over. Yeah. And she's a really big help. She helps me a lot. My husband does too, but he's gone a lot more. Well, not anymore, but they don't work the same, so I kind of have both of them. But she's always a really big help with helping things like mop, and like today she helped me do the dishes, hand wash the dishes, because I don't do that very much because of my hands. And she's going to help me mop here in a little bit, to mop the floors and anything that needs lifted or reached, because she's taller than I am. I'm only 5'3", so I'm short. And so she helps me with things like that. But she's a really big help. But I also put her on here. She doesn't know anything that I'm going to talk about today, because I wouldn't tell her. And I told her, I said, I might ask you some questions. And I said, and if I do, you have to be honest with them. But I didn't tell her anything because, like I said, all along this whole time I've done these videos, this is real. This is real. I don't edit. I don't, if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. But good, bad, ugly, I just, y'all, there's so much this AI stuff. People call now. I was just thinking about this morning. There's a person that I've seen on Facebook that has chickens the same as what I have, and she loves these chickens the same way as I do. And I'm gonna have to find a place for my chickens to go, my girls to go, because when I go into the camper, I'm not gonna be able to keep them. But I've been really struggling with this idea because my chickens only eat a certain food. That's all they eat. They won't eat anything else but this certain brand of food. I've tried, but they're spoiled, very
Very.
spoiled. And I want somebody who's going to take my girls, that's going to love and spoil my girls the same way as I do. Well, there's this lady who lives in the same state as I do, and I've seen her on Facebook, and she has the Polish chickens like I do, and I know that she would love these chickens the same and spoil them just like I do. And I thought about reaching out to her, and I thought, in today's world, it's like, how am I going to prove that I'm not some stranger, some stalker, some fake, or some scammer, or all these things? And I thought, it's getting so hard today to trust anything that you hear, that you see. So it's very important for me that this is real. It's not edited. It's not fancy. I don't have fancy music, a fancy intro. There's one of my videos where my mouth's open and she makes fun of me all the time. She's like, I love it. And she makes fun of me. But, I'm okay because it's real. This is it. I want it to be real because there's just so much fake out there. But anyway, sorry about that. I got sidetracked. But
Rant.
I don't know. But so I didn't tell her anything because everything I want, it's going to be an honest. It's not going to look like we rehearsed it because we sure didn't. Because, like I said, I didn't tell her anything. But I know,
Surprise this morning when you getting out of bed.
yeah, I did. I told her. I said, hey, you gonna go on there? She's like, well, I gotta do my hair. I gotta do my makeup. I gotta do my lashes. I said, no, you're not. I said, you gotta be just real. Like if somebody came and knocked on the door and we came outside on the porch to have a chat, because that's what we doing. We just sitting out on the porch having a chat. And I told her, I said, you gotta be real. She's like, I can't do that. I said, well, yeah, you can, because this is what this is about. We don't get all dolled up and real. This is real. So anyway, I know that I've had this disease, what, about 12 years now? Something like that. I think it's been about 12 years. And I'm 52, yeah, about 12 years. And I know that throughout this journey with my disease, I can't do the things that I used to do. I can't go the way that I used to go. I can't, and I have felt guilty many, many, many years. Many years. And many years I would push myself to go do things, to go shopping, to go do fun things because I didn't want to disappoint anybody. I didn't want to say no. I didn't want to for somebody to not be able to go do something they wanted because I couldn't go because of my disease. And I mean, I felt guilty for years. I mean, years. And I think that she kind of caught on, and a couple of years ago, maybe or so, I don't know how long, but a while back, she started getting to where she's like, Mom, if you don't want to go or you don't want to do this, whatever it is, then we just won't do it. And I'll say, no, that's okay. She's like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to go? Do you want to go because you want to go, or is it because? And so I kind of, we kind of had to work through all that. But now we've reached this point where I have grown and I've worked through the guilt and stuff. And now I'll just tell them, say, I just don't feel like doing that. Or that's probably going to be too much walking for me. Or I'm tired. Like she and I have a girls' day. We go to town, we go shopping. And we used to do it once a week, every week. And then her work schedule started to where it didn't coincide. So now when we go, we mostly go as a family. But every once in a while, we do still have a girls' day, and we'll go to town. It'll be a big day. But I've reached this point now where I'm confident, and I'll say I'm tired, and we gotta, the day we gotta go home. After this, I can't go anymore. Or if we still have two or three things, I'll tell her, I'll say, look, choose, you know, which one you want because I can only do one more, And it took a little bit 'cause at first she would get upset because, we'd have to cut the day short or something. But now she understands and she's fine. But so anyway, so I wanted to ask you is what I wanted to ask you was do you feel do you get upset anymore if now or did you ever at first did it bother you when I couldn't do things anymore?
I did at first in the infancy of the disease because, the age. I'm young, I want to go and do things and experience things, and I love shopping and trying new things. So when I see something new, I want to do it and do it right then. I mean, instant gratification. I love it, especially when it's new. But now that she has matured in her disease and her walk with her disease, and I have matured in accepting that she's not the same, mom that she used to be, that, I can wait and I'm good to wait. I'm still going to do it, it just might not be that day. Or it might not even be that week. It could be next week. I just have to, bite my nails and chomp at the bit and just wait until, we go do it.
So mom can go.
Exactly. But it wasn't like upset. It was like, why can't I go do it now? Like you're perfectly fine because this disease is on the inside. It's not on the outside, And even at that time, I'm going to put her in her place right now. She did not even act like she had a disease. So for a long time, she acted normal. So what we saw was normal mom. There was nothing different.
I suffered in silence. They didn't know.
She did. And I mean, it's all on us. We all had to kind of grow and mature with the disease. And now we're just, it's a way of life, because she's not the only person that's having to go through it.
No.
And plus now with me and my dad, we kind of have to force her to, and I mean that in the actual literal term.
It is a lot of times.
To think about her.
Yeah, I don't do that very well.
No. So if she ain't gonna do it, we have to do it for her.
Exactly, because I don't think about myself. I always want everybody else to be okay, and I think a lot of that is the guilt. I think a lot of that is the guilt that I've used to feel. And so I would want to make sure that I wasn't causing her or anybody or my husband, nobody to have to alter their life because of my disease. And it, like she said,
in a way you have to.
Right, because it isn't just me. And I also didn't want to, fail as a mom. I didn't want to not be a mom. I grew up, I had a mother, growing up, but I had a mom who unfortunately didn't do a lot of stuff with me. She just didn't want to do things, and I missed that, and I didn't want to be that kind of a mom, when I had her. Amber, her name's Amber, sorry. And so I've always tried to be the mom that was there, that did things and enjoyed life with her. And like, when this, disease happened and it took away my mobility a lot, and for years, you never would have thought I would have had it because I kept going, but I'd lay in bed and cry at night because I was hurting so bad. And I would just almost, run myself into the ground. And then I just got to a point one day I just couldn't do it anymore. And that's whenever we all had to, like she said, I had to realize they were going through it with me, and they had to realize that I just couldn't be the same person anymore as I used to be. And we had to find new ways to do the same things. And that's a lot of what we're doing right now too. That's the whole point of this camper as well, is it's forcing me and all of us, my husband and that, but it's forcing us to get into a life that I have no choice but to slow down, and I have no choice but to learn to do things that do other things besides working all the time, because that's what I have grown up my whole life.
Mainly for you.
Right. Mainly for me. Her, no. She's good. She's good right now. The move into the camper life, it's gonna be exactly the same. This girl's got it.
Nothing's changing for me.
Yeah, I don't. But and that's what this whole thing is because as long as we keep living the way we've always lived, the same house, houses, blah blah blah, I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. And so we came to the conclusion, with with her help, is to show that until I get into a situation where I'm going to be forced to do it, unfortunately, I struggle. I've tried, I just can't do it. So I have to put myself in a situation where I have no choice but to do it. And that's a lot has been, with her helping me to come to come to terms with the fact that yes, I do have it, because like she said, I've tried for years and years and years to pretend I didn't. And I thought if I could just keep going, I could outrun it. If I could just try harder. I had this what was it that I used to say? It's like athletes in that they would after a game or something, they'd be sore, but they work through it and it goes away and then they feel better.
Oh, your famous one, the body in motion stays in motion.
Yeah. And I had that mentality. And I thought if I kept going, if I kept doing, it would just go away. I could work through it, it would go away, and I would be normal again. And yeah, that didn't work out very well, did it?
No.
It didn't work out very well. And
in all honesty, it brought her down faster than it should have.
It should, yeah, it did. I deteriorated way faster to the point where I am now. I probably would not be where I'm at now if I would have started at the very beginning, thinking about myself, taking care of myself, doing what I needed to with myself, opening up and talking and saying, hey, I just can't do this anymore. Hey, I'm tired. Hey, I'm sorry. I do not mean to disappoint everybody, and I'm sorry we can't go do it, but I'm just not feeling like it. And if I would have done that and talked about it and explained, talked my side, their side, and we would, talked at the beginning, and I wouldn't have, tried to outrun it, I might not be where I'm at today. I might not be quite so bad as I am. I'm still able to get around, but not, oh gosh, I'm probably more than 50% worse. Probably way more than 50% worse than I was.
I'd say you've probably got about a good 40% of mobility left.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's on the high side.
On the high side, on a good day, yeah. I mean, but it might not have, I probably wouldn't be this bad. I probably wouldn't have deteriorated so much in the last 12 years to where I am now. So quickly, so fast. Because these past, 3 or 4 or 5 years, I've really, really, really deteriorated a lot on my health and my mobility. And
well, I mean, it's a twofold. It's the physical and it's the mental.
It's the mental, yeah.
And that's the problem with this disease, is it's triggered by, in some cases, by stress, which is a mental thing. And a lot of that, I mean, unfortunately, it does play a huge part into the body. And
I've had a lot of that.
That was her problem.
Yeah. First of all, I'm a type A personality. So yes. I am a person. I'm a getter-doner. I'm a doer.
And I'm not, so I'm the therapist.
Yeah. And when you take somebody like that and you literally like cut the legs out from underneath of them and say, hey, you can't. My mind didn't slow down. My body did, but my mind didn't. Of course, now I have struggle. I do have cognitive, but the stress, oh my gosh, if I have a really, really stressful day, a really stressful moment, I ache, I hurt, I can't, I have insomnia.
And she like misfires.
And I misfire, yeah.
Like 1 minute she's here, the next minute she's there, and I'm like, why did you go here? What happened there? And it's just like confusion in a way. And like confusion in everything, body, mind, and everything.
It's like I'm bouncing all over the wall. I can't stay focused. I mean, and I get really tired. And I mean,
like simple recipes. She'd be cooking supper or something, and she'll ask me, like, do I have everything in here? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you've made this for as long as I have lived. And
Yeah.
before then, you should know this.
And the thing is whenever I rest, whenever I, you know, like the next day or something, depending on what the stressful thing was, it all goes away. I go back to me. But it's these past 7 or 8 months have been extremely stressful, and I have really struggled, really struggled. I mean, with our move, my mother passing away,
Things in my life.
things in her life, my husband, and then now we're, doing this. But this is not adding stress with the camper thing. This is to try to eliminate it. This is to try to simplify our life to where we go and have fun. She's been after me for a long time. I mean, many years. Mom, we need, you need to go have fun. You need to go do things that are more fun. Things that aren't just going to get groceries, And I'm like,
well, not only for her, but for all of us as well. I mean, every single day of your life, you pretty much wake up 9 to 5, come home, do the same thing. And granted, we live in an economical world, and I understand that. You do need money. But there are more things besides physical possessions, and, that's where we're at right now.
Right. It's to have the experiences. It's to go try
memories.
Memories, the restaurant or a new product at the store, to try. And it's like, oh, that was so great. Or, oh, that was gross. I'm not going to eat that again. But it's still a memory. And it's things like it's
cappuccino lays.
Yeah. To have stuff like that instead of, things. And I told her the other day, I said, when I'm gone, she's not going to sit there and remember all the things that mom had, mama owned, mom bought, but she will remember the things that she did with me and with us, as a family, with my husband and stuff. And
we like having stories.
Yeah, it's to have stories, and that we don't have a lot of. We don't. And
unless it involves a move.
Unless it involves a move, yeah. Which she's advocating that we move, she's wanting to go down to Alabama.
Never been there.
We've never lived in Alabama. And my husband, he can transfer down there. And so we're considering that, to go down there. But right now we still have to get all this other stuff done that we have to do. We have to sell our things and then sell our house. And then we'll make the decision to where to go from there. Because we've never really stayed in one place very long because his job has always transferred us around anyway, so we're used to it. And it's almost
made us nomadic.
Yeah, but we love it. We love the adventure. We love the going into a new town, 6 months to a year, and explore everything. And then when we're done, we're ready to go to another. We don't like full-time RV where you move every couple of weeks, or we don't like that. We've done that before, and we didn't care for it. We like we do like the stability, so to speak, of being in one place for a certain amount of time, to where you kind of
missed out.
Yeah, because when you're in just a place for a week or two, there's no way you can do everything. Like I said, we did all that, but we don't like to move that frequently, that much. And one day, part of also having the camper is for us to find where we kind of want to be. We've tried some different places, and we buy a house because we have cats. So we buy a house, and then because you don't know a place until you get there. You can look at it on paper all day long, but until you get there. And so this is kind of also to help, because we want to go where she wants to go, and we want to be where she wants to be, because ultimately this next chapter is really about her. We're in the middle of our story. She's in the beginning. And so we want to be where she wants to settle down. And we've been trying to find that. This one isn't. Where we're at now is not it.
No.
Not it at all.
Trying to find my Mayberry and haven't found it.
Yeah, and we just haven't found that.
So doesn't mean it ain't out there.
It's out there somewhere. For us, it's our Mayberry. But having the camper and being, as she says, having the freedom, because we kind of choked on the cost. But like she told us, she's like, y'all, look, mom, dad, you're buying freedom. You're paying for freedom is what you're paying for. And it's our house.
I'm wise.
So she helps keep us in check and in line, and she's really helping me with this YouTube stuff. One of the things, and I'm so sorry about this, you guys, and I'm going to get better. I promise. I'm going to get better about looking at the comments, answering the comments, talking to the comments. She's helping me to learn how to do that and to be better, and I promise I'm going to get better. So, and I know this one's been strange, and I know we've been kind of all over the place, and I know we've talked a little bit about my disease and life and us, and I just wanted to, I thought it would be nice for, she was home with me, and I thought it'd be nice for you guys to, see the parts of my family and that what helps and things like that. And like I said, I know this one's been different, and I hope that it doesn't run everybody off.
If I do, I'm sorry.
No, it's not her, but like I said, I just wanted. Ooh, I got a little close to the camera, y'all. I'm sorry about that.
Zoom.
I zoomed in, but I just wanted, like I said, it's real. I'm real. My life is real, and she's a very, very big part of my life. I don't know she's my best friend. I'm her best friend, but I'm still
not best friend. She's still my mama.
I'm mom first. I'm friend second, but I'll always be mom first. And so, and we're very close, very close. I'm fortunate and to have that relationship with her, and I don't take it for granted at all. I loves her dearly, and I'm her mom. I'm mama. So, and I know that, but like I said, I just wanted y'all to see, the parts of my life, and that, because it is a part of my life, and it is a part of what makes me who I am. And
well, I mean, not only that, but like I said, in this disease, you're not alone.
No.
Like she's not alone. And there is another side to it besides, for instance, if someone's watching this and has it, besides you. And being able to have that communication like we have to talk about it, because I am brutally honest with her.
Mm-hmm.
I do not sugarcoat it.
Nope.
I don't try to make her feel good. I make her cry, that means it was good.
Yep.
And I'm ashamed of that. I'll say it till the cows come home.
No.
But unfortunately, I had to be that way. Because like she said, she is a type A. I ain't.
No, I'm not.
Ain't one bit ain't gonna happen. And so, you kind of beat it into her a little bit.
Yes.
So, but don't suffer alone.
No.
Because you have a support system like she does. Everyone's got a support system, and they're going through it too. And it's a team effort. Because once you break that ice with it, because she had to break the ice.
Mm-hmm.
From suffering in silence, she had to eventually come up to us in her way, and say, "Hey, I'm tired. Help me.
I'm tired. I can't do this anymore."
Exactly. And that's, what we did. And now it's just trying to get her to, cross that other half of the bridge.
Yeah, I'm working on
it. And, that big one.
But it's hard when you're 52 years old or 40. I was 40 when I started this disease. Yeah, I was 40. And
seems like so long ago.
When you don't sit there and it's, I'm in my 40s or I'm in my early 50s, and you're like, hey, I can't mop. Can you please mop? Having to ask somebody to mop. I mean, come on, mop. It makes me feel like part I'm lazy, part I'm decrepit, part it's kind of like the honesty and the brutality that, the reality of the disease, like, because that was one of the things that she's and my husband have really had to help me with, is to come to terms of reality, to accept that, hey, you do have it. It doesn't matter. You can say, you can pretend you don't, you can, you do have it. And that's been tough for me, very tough for me. But it's just things like that, like today, hey, can you mop for me? It's hard. It's very hard for me to do that because I'm not old, I'm not old. If I was 85, 90, and you ask, your great grandkid or something to mop, or you had a maid or something, that seems to me like, for me, that's like more understandable. But I'm so young. Come on, I should be able to still mop, and that's been hard. Like, part of it is my personality, but God, it is hard. It's that kind of stuff has been hard for me, and I'm getting there and I'm getting better. Hey, I tell her all the time, it doesn't matter if it's a baby step, it's still a step forward. So, and I'm always trying to take steps forward to get, to be better. But it has been a tough journey. And we have had some, she's always been brutally honest. And so, my husband has too. And a lot of times,
I'm a little bit more.
yeah, she is because she's not married to me.
No,
But
I'm a kid, so I can. Well, no, I'm not a kid, but I am the kid.
she's my child.
So I have a natural born right
Yeah.
to be able to do so, and I do so.
And she does.
Take my job very seriously.
And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I didn't want to hear it.
No.
I knew it was true, but I didn't want to hear it because it's like if somebody, you hear somebody talk about it, it's like you can't pretend it's not real anymore. And so, but I am like it's not like that now. Now it's not. We're past that. But it took a while to get past that.
There's still some wrinkles.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of it is still getting her to think of herself.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
because I do, and I tell her, it's like, hey, kid, stick with me, and I'll teach you how to do it. She just doesn't take my lessons.
I do. I'm just a little slower learner. I'm a little slower learner. I'm not as quick to learn. But I am doing better. I am starting to buy things for myself. I am starting to think about me a little more and my health and how I feel and one of the things is, like I said in the very beginning, to not be a prisoner to the clock, and
that's a major one.
Yeah, and to be more in tune with my body and my feet, how I feel and what I need.
Well, yeah, because there's days where it's like, my gosh, what, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're going to bed on the couch, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
go to bed.
I'm
and
tired.
No, people are awake, Dad's working, and I'm like,
I can't take a nap.
Yeah, I see that.
I can't take a nap. I can't. I've got dishes to do, or I've got this to do. I've always got a reason why, when there's really no reason, truthfully. Everything I say I have the reason to do can wait. I just don't do it because in my mind, the truth is, I think if I take a nap, I'll have trouble sleeping tonight when I go to bed, because I do have trouble sleeping at night. When the reality is, I'm going to have trouble no matter what. And so it's learning to be able to take those naps when I'm tired, extra tired, and sit when I need to,
or save something for the next day.
Save something for the next day. Yeah. No, I'm like, I have a list.
Yep,
I have a list. And of everything that has to get done every day. I'm a very big list person.
You're a very big post-it person.
I'm always making notes and lists.
Oh yeah.
Always. And but I'm getting better. I am. But the thing is like we talked about, it's open up. It's okay. Yes, you feel guilty, but you'll be amazed at how understanding they will be, because they are going through it just the same as you. It isn't in silence, and it isn't. You're not protecting them. They are going through it as well, but there's understanding and support, and it's so much easier when you do reach that point. It's because it's been so much easier for me to be able to say I'm tired, or I don't feel like that, or that's too much walking for me. The knees aren't going to make it this time, or the hip, or whatever, because they're all there nowadays.
But to get there, I will say this, she had to realize and recognize, hey, I have this.
I do.
Hey, it's not going away. Hey, I can't keep pushing it to the side, or hey, I can't keep hiding it from everybody when, we all could see the deterioration, and I'm like, okay.
But in my mind, I was perfectly still normal in my mind, because it's what I created in my head.
And like I've told her before, to break the ice, we've had plenty of conversations about it, and it's, we talked about how this happened overnight. Pretty much, basically. And you have to change your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from going from normal to now new normal.
Right.
And when normal has been like everybody else, like every other good person in the world, now you have to be this, this. And that's been the big struggle with this with her. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm telling you straight.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell her straight. That
I
has been the humongous struggle, is to realize that she's not the same person. You are now this person. You have to now live like this, and it's okay, because we're all gonna live the same thing, with you. It's not like we're just gonna keep going and living our lives and forget about her. Like
right.
she's an accessory or anything, we ain't gonna do that. But that's the big thing about this unfortunate disease, is accepting it. Because, like, what she told me one time, I don't remember when it was, I think we were, like, walking into Walmart or something, she was tired, and I'm like, Mom, get on a cart. Ride. Take a little break, ride the scooter, hit people if you want to, I don't care. She's like, no, I can't do it because I don't look like I have the disease. And I'm like, okay, well, there's your problem. You're caring about what other people think because they can't see it, but you have it, and then you're going to suffer.
Right.
Because now my other struggle is she has a mobility scooter. I don't know if you told him that or not.
No.
She has a scooter, for like if we take trips or something, and she won't use it. It's sitting in there. It's in its shipping plastic.
I've had it. Oh gosh, almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
I think nearly 2 years, and I've never once used it. And I got a big fancy one. It's a zero turn. It's big fancy one.
It's like a lawnmower without a blade.
Yeah, and I've never used it.
No.
Not one time.
Won't even use
because
the one from Walmart.
The reason I don't use it is because it puts a burden. Because it's not really lightweight. It's not one of those lightweight ones. It's a big one. And it, quote, puts a burden on people to have to lift, her and my husband have to lift it in and out of the truck. And it takes extra time when I can just get out and walk. And it's that stuff and that struggle that I'm trying to get better about as far as.
So don't let her fool you. Yeah, don't let her fool you. She's still going through it. This ain't no lesson. She's still going through it.
No, I'm so far. I'm still growing. Definitely, I promise you. I'm still growing for sure. But
so I'm gonna be the honest person here. Like I said, brutality honest. And so don't let her lie. This is about to be my channel. Don't let her lie.
I hear you. But anyway, y'all, I looking on there, and good Lord, we've done kept y'all for 37 minutes. So we're gonna wind this down. Record, yeah. I don't.
That's what happens when you put someone.
Exactly. And anyway, hopefully next week we're gonna have the camper to show y'all, the handicap camper 2.0. We'll be able to take a tour and show y'all the new camper.
And it'll be my first time seeing it.
Yeah, she hasn't seen it yet because she was at work today. We actually bought it. And let's see, I don't have any doctors. I'm good on doctors for a few weeks, so that's a plus because I've had 5 or 6 in the last month, so I'm ready for a break on doctors. But we have the camper though, so we'll keep you updated on that and stuff. But we appreciate it. Glad y'all got to meet her and meet Amber and see her and see the different part of my life. And we're just gonna keep on. It's gonna warm up, so we're gonna try to stay cool this week. Dry out a little bit. We've had a lot of rain like everybody else has.
And I don't do heat. I'm delicate.
Yeah, I don't do heat either. It makes me sick. So I definitely stay out of the heat and in the air conditioner. And but we will see you guys next week. She might be back with me on the camper tour. She's talked about if she's home, she's gonna film and got some things she's wanting to do. So who knows what we're gonna do next week. And
it's gonna be all new.
But we're glad you joined us, and we thank you for joining us. And hey, leave some comments. I'm gonna get better about looking at them and answering them, so please leave a comment, talk to us, talk to me. And
also, if you have any questions or anything, if anybody has any questions about anything, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna make her because she's learning about how this YouTube things work, and I'm like, you gotta talk to your audience, get a little bit more personal with them.
I'm learning. I'm learning, y'all.
She's learning. But if y'all do have any questions or anything, just ask. You know, we'll try to get to him. I'm gonna try to get to him. I'm gonna try to make her get to him. And because I'm her YouTube manager. I'm her kidmager.
But she's always told me I'm her momager. She's always called me her momager. I'm always, to help manage everything, and that she's like, you're my momager. And so
Featuring Kardashians, yes.
yes. So she's anyway, but I am gonna try to get better. So like she said, leave comments, questions, whatever. But let's be kind, because she also goes in there and erases all of the bad, nasty ones, if anybody does, because we just need kindness, just kindness. We're kind people. I only want kindness on this thing. I don't want there's no room for that nastiness in my life, or there's no need for it. And I'm not gonna have it.
No.
It'll be erased or blocked or whatever we have to do, because there's no room for it here.
Well,
So,
not only that, but we don't want you guys to see that either.
no, there's no room
I
for
don't
that.
want anyone to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want y'all to see it. I just,
It's got to go.
it's bye.
Yep, it's got to go.
Easy, simple.
Yep.
One click.
One click, it's got to go. And but anyway, thanks for stopping by and talking with us. I know it's been an extra long chat this week, but it's been different, and it's been fun. It's been nice, and just something different. And like I said, it's been a nice day out here on the porch chatting, and I know everybody's got to go do what they got to do for the rest of their day. I'm fixing to have to go in and cook dinner. My husband's on his way home from work, and he thinks he needs to eat dinner, and she does too. Everybody thinks they need to eat supper.
And it's Becca's.
It's breakfast. We're having breakfast tonight.
Chop.
So they want
let her go.
Yeah, they want their eggs and biscuits and gravy tonight. So, but anyway,
We're Southerners,
we're
so
we're Southern folks. But thanks for letting us talk with y'all today, and thanks for joining us out here on the porch, and we look forward to talking with you guys next week. And until we do, take care, and we will see you guys next week, and bye-bye.
Bye.